Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Reserve time.
Dazzle! Ancient apparition.
Seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Reserve time.
Earth Shaker.
Seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Reserve time.
Beastmaster.
Seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Sand King.
Seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Reserve time.
Silencer.
Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Thank you very much. Yes, it's myself, Toby1, here with Merlini for the final game of the series. Who will get to go up against Secret in the grand final? The panel thinks the Vega have the advantage of the draft. I'm actually inclined to agree with them.
I kind of like IG's lineup. I think that Dazzle's a liability in this, though. He has a couple of counters. They have the AA as well as a silencer, which he can't really save, and Mag on his Beastmaster is just ridiculous.
Yeah, I'm surprised to let that through. Like, you banned the Bounty Hunter as that fourth, as opposed to taking out the Beastmaster, a hero who not only like beat you, but he trashed you in the previous game. Like, you got pretty wiped by that. So then you let it through again. You're facing up against that, and then Vega pick what is a nice little CIS one. Like, I'd actually have the same apprehensive look at the fourth position Silencer as Cap does. Like, he's seen a lot of them fail, but Silencer is one of these heroes where you can just completely win a safe flame with just him. Like, if it is going to be that SK, which is not, it's actually going to be Chuan who's playing the SK in this one, so it's an Earthshaker off lane, but I'm not seeing a happy time coming out now for IG's offlane.
At the same time, though, Silencer is vulnerable to, I think, very, very early aggression, especially if it's similar numbers, like 3 on 3.
Where's your early aggression? That's why that you said Dazzle's a liability. Is that where he's the biggest liability?
I think he's really he's like a big liability because they can always scout him out with the Beastmaster. I think a lot of the vision was nerfed in 6.85 with like Bounty Hunter track and a couple other spells, but Beastmaster Hawk I think is still incredibly strong, and Mag and the rest of Vega just utilize it incredibly well, and that's why it is so strong. Like,
the Hawk did get nerfed though. Like, the Hawk got nerfed 3 patches ago, where his movement speed was reduced by, like, I think it's like 25-30%. So it's not as strong keeping up with the fights, but you are right though. Like, still moving in position, you still get a huge amount of vision from it. So if Vega do the prep work for it, they'll still be great.
And Mag already TP down to the bottom lane, trying to set up some vision. King J also doing the same.
Yeah, and they're picking to go a little bit deeper. So they both didn't see each other. I don't know if Rabbit actually caught a glimpse. They'll leave an extra sentry ward behind. It looks like they really just want to stop SK from getting this flash farm.
That's a really weird other ward. He already this ward blocks both these two camps.
It's like he's assuming that one of these wards can be taken out anyway, and they just want to stop this camp right here from being.
I mean, why won't you just place like one of the wards, like the observer ward over here, though? If you're scared, I guess maybe he wants. Maybe he didn't think he could get down in this area to place the observer ward, and kind of wants to a backup sentry just in case.
Insurance warding. There's no way you can actually de-ward both of them, however, with one sentry. So it's like, no matter what happens here,
you can if you want to block your spawn,
and then you help Vega. Okay, so Chuan's moving himself forward, just checking out inside of Roshan and see what's going on. Won't go any further than that, still walking around with his one obs, and we're going to see where IG, like, they commit one observer ward to watching this bottom lane. You still need to give one to that mid lane. Like, Ferrari needs help. Blitz was saying before, of course he is fairly biased because he's a mid player, but he wants to see how that mid matchup works to see who really gets the advantage here, because Queen of Pain or Lena, if they do get momentum, it's really going to affect absolutely everywhere else on the map with these rotations.
Yeah, Vega doesn't have as good roamers though. Like Earthshaker, I think coming in is much more devastating than any of the heroes from Vega coming in. So I think the Lina has a little bit more kill potential on the Queen of Pain, especially with Dragon Slave not being touched in 6.85. But with a block going no one's way, as well as the early silencer harass, Ferrari might have a little bit of a tougher time.
It's interesting too that Seema, when he decides to level up there, so he went for Last Word as opposed to going in for these glaives of wisdom, which you can do, because that's just easy harassment into someone like an Earthshaker on the offlane, especially a guy who went for only boots to start with.
Yeah,
So-
I mean, you don't need glaives to harass them though. I think it's a little bit better when they can actually come up to the lane, but Earthshaker is not particularly strong in the offlane. He's strong because he can block the creeps, but ooh, that's a lot of damage.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
no salve. So
Ferrari missed uphill. Now the salve will come in on the courier. But Ferrari missed uphill, which would have dropped him down a little bit low. It wasn't a kill potential, because Ferrari went for this Light Strike Array as well as Fiery Soul. So there's no slave. He's looking for the physical damage battle between himself as well as Queen of Pain.
yeah, it's nice if you can hit the stuns. Luo,
They got no control. If there's actually, this is the biggest downside. Like, yeah, you got Chilling Touch, you've got a lot of damage to come out from both Silencer as well as Solo together, but you've got no stuns. You rely on the Searing Chains of the Ember Spirit. I'm wondering too if you think considering getting the early point up inside of Fist just so we can get that Searing Chain lock.
I mean, Earthshaker's not getting any experience anyway, so it honestly doesn't really matter at this point what skill he goes for, because the supports are just completely zoning him out.
Look at the line being drawn. Now, there's no Dive Vision that's watching Chuan with this rotation, but he wants to come in behind the tower. It's a little bit early. Actually, he's scouted out by this tier 2. It's not going to stop him from running him. The board doesn't attack. So Chuan has managed to loop himself all the way around to try and gank up Mag and loses 1/3 of his life for his efforts.
Yeah, Mag is he's really aware of where the supports could potentially be, and he's like hiding in this position where it's really difficult to gank him. Like always on the right side of the lane instead of the left.
Ferrari's so low, but I think Ferrari's trying to play bait game. If Solo stuck around a little bit longer to try and attack him then, it would have just been a straight-up Fissure, Light Strike Array Slave, and then First Blood going the way of Ferrari. But he's so low and was just waiting for that. He has to bring a salve out to himself. He still doesn't have Bottle, while no one's about 100 or so gold away from getting his.
Yeah, and the supports on Vega are just doing a much better job of controlling Luo. I'm not exactly sure why he's not level 2 yet. With the Clarities as well as Fissure, you can just block the creeps. So the one free creep wave comes to your tower.
He's just rotated out. Like, he's just
yeah.
left. He just abandoned the top lane, trying not to control it.
I mean, I think that's one of the strengths of Earthshaker. One of the few strengths of Earthshaker offlane is being able to get free levels because of that, similar to Clockwork. But, I mean, without that, he is actually, like, in a position 4 right now.
They actually just prepared the stacks, which they just failed as well. That was meant to be a quad stack inside the Radiant jungle, and it's going to remain at just a triple stack. Just
And
pulling a fraction of a second
see
to
Solo doing some cool tricks with Ancient Apparition, not even having a Quelling Blade, just getting some levels and trying to be efficient.
It's easy farming. It's always one of those things for an AA as well. You wonder how long does it take you to get to level 6. By cliff jungling on these outforce, you get the vision with the Vortex. He's able to push himself up to level 3 practically in 3.5 minutes without having to steal anything else. Like, Silencer, also a very level-intensive hero.
Yeah, I mean, they're just making much better use of the jungle right now. Like, Chuan has dewarded that Observer ward, but he still hasn't been able to get any stacks out on that big camp, and then you see Luo just sitting behind bottom lane. So they're making, like, use of all these heroes, whereas there's a couple heroes that are just sitting there idly on the Radiant side, but maybe they'll get a kill on
Yeah,
no one.
if no one decided to go up for that rune, then he would be dying right now. But instead, Ferrari will manage to get that bounty rune. Solo's in the neighborhood, and they're still not in range for a fissure block.
They have no vision up that hill. It's
the Radiant Observer Ward, and we just hit nighttime as well, but the Observer Ward only kicks to this line. So yeah, they fissure is set in mid. Queen of Pain can't blink away in time. Barastar's going to be there from Chuan. They've got the combo, and no one's going to go down. IG, they spill First Blood, and it goes into the hands of the Earthshaker.
I mean, still, I think Vega's getting a lot out of the other side of the map, but Queen of Pain is a hero that you want to be able to destroy her lane and just keep on going and going and going, and you know, that's some much needed experience to Earthshaker. Still, not that many stacks, though. I see one big one for Chuan, and King J is actually level 4, so he's doing a good job of playing greedy on that bottom lane, but
Chuan can't really farm this though. Like, he's not level 3. There's no second level up in Sandstorm. He relies on Ferrari to do more chip damage to this before he can kill it off.
yeah, he can just leech off mid, I suppose. Let's see if he gets the stack off, because, I mean...
They failed last time. There's one Sata. There's actually one Sata that's refusing to move in the camp.
Yeah, they're suffering pretty heavily economically. And like Silencer and AA, like they aren't the best early game. They're pretty good, but generally like a Sand King, let's say, can be greedy and outfarm these two. But at this point, it's not. They're not doing well because of the Mag's early TP.
Yep. Want to keep my eyes too on Mag. Like he's down to 5. Sitting at 4.5 levels. Stacking up the Ancients wherever he can. That's now been stopped by the Observer Ward that was just placed down by King J. But Mag's been watched like an absolute, I dare say, hawk, considering his ability. Like Observer Ward in the lane, Observer Ward up near the Ancients. There's no way they can move over to help Mag without Invictus Gaming knowing about it.
And let's see, IG has actually managed to place an Observer Ward over here, expecting that's how Mag got a lot of his farm. And, I mean, Solo's just chilling there in the same spot. Hopefully he gets a stack off, and nope, 6 minutes. Small Mud Golem.
Lure holding on to that fissure. Seeing we're just cursing him up a little bit.
Oh, they didn't have vision on Mag's Invis. Let's see if he gets any sort of kill here, or at least leeches experience. There's no stacks, though, so... Maybe he scouts out the big stack and sees how big it is, and maybe they smoke and get it with Queen or Ember. Ember is, let's see, 2-1-2 build on Ember Spirits.
He could just leech the experience as well. Like, that'll still be worth it, because Chuan's going to now Sandstorm this one. And Mag, yeah, he realizes, okay, well, all I gotta do is hang around and I'm going to get level 5.
I mean, I think it's worth it for him to Wild Axes if he gets like 2 or 3 big creeps.
That's only if he gets out, though.
Yeah.
So he stays close enough. He's actually popped up the Hawk because the Invis worn off. And in fact, yeah, now he can actually... Okay, he lost his Hawk to the Sandstorm. If Chuan realized this, okay, he doesn't. So Mag takes a couple, he's almost level 5, and he'll get out of this one scot-free.
I mean, Vega's just doing whatever they want on the map right now. You see, like, Solo stacking and doing those neutrals. Sima's playing around with the 2 camps on the left side. Everyone's free-farming their lane, aside from bottom.
It's like both teams are just very happy to play very, very passive.
So let's see, Lena's 7. She has gone casual belts with no boots. GC treads a decent amount. She's clearly focused on more of right-click build, skilling up the Fiery Soul at level 2.
Must just be also really worried about that burst damage that can come out from Queen of Pain at level 6. So just get that Bell of Strength so you got a little bit more life up your sleeve.
Let's see what build Rabbit is going for. He's actually going a no HP build with the face boots, which is, I would say, very dangerous first, like Ancient Apparition and Queen of Pain.
It's dangerous, but it gives him something up against these boars and allows him to actually contest up against someone like a Beastmaster. Like, Mag got a lot of solo kills in the last game. I'm fairly certain Rabbit's looking for some sweet revenge.
Yeah, but at the same time, you don't want to be stuck in the same position as Gyrocopter in game number 1, where Ember Spirit just runs on you and you have to run away without being able to do any damage. And as it stands, it's kind of looking like that.
Mm-hmm. Sean's getting closer and closer to that Blink Dagger. It's still taking him some time. They still have a double stack available, but every time he does this, he takes away from Ferrari. Because Ferrari can't burst level himself either. But it's all for the greater Blink Dagger, because once Sean's got this, then he can start doing these Blink initiations in on Queen of Pain, and Ferrari only needs that, because then he can just follow up with Light Strike and Laguna, and that should be a pretty guaranteed kill on almost any hero.
They have Global Silence, Toby.
That they do. Well, not yet. Not yet. If Sima can keep his leveling going at this rate, then yeah, he'll have it before Chuan's got his Blink Dagger. And they may just get some more money too. Pasha's almost finished this tier 1 tower on top lane.
Yeah, evaluating the later game, it seems like, I would say, Vega has a slight edge because of Global Silence. It's going to render, like, an Underfarm Sand King and Earthshaker and Dazzle, like, pretty useless. So they only have to worry about those 2 cores, and they have to get, like, a BKB or something to counter the Global if they just don't want to lose 2 or 3 heroes immediately in that fight. And they can't really group up and push because of the Ancient Apparition. And if they don't have better late game and they can't push, they're in a difficult situation where they try to have to find difficult kills.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, they can do it though. They have the Sand King, and once he gets a Blink Dagger, they can just blow up Ember Spirit before he can pop Flame Guard, blow up the Queen of Pain, and those are the heroes that you want to kill. At the same time, though, Beastmaster, Hawk can kind of see some of these coming, so they have to be pretty clever about their smoke usage and be unpredictable.
See Mag again going for the exact same build. It's the Necro, straight Necro. Just basic boots and nothing more. Everything else just is just consumables. But he doesn't go for like this bottle control Beastmaster, which you can do, like with rune spawning on both top and bottom. You could easily just run this bottle, but he tries to prioritize this Necro above all. when playing Beastmaster.
I mean, it's really useful against the Sand King. Generally, you're not worried about dying in the team fight early with Sand King, but if you can't Sandstorm dodge anything because of that book, like it's really difficult to keep up with your items. And I think that's one of the reasons why he's such a strong support of the Sand King, is because you rarely die in team fights.
The mag can cause a problem for that one. Might be first on the hit list here for Chuan, who after he farms up this camp will be having himself that Blink Dagger. So just over 10-minute Blink Dagger is not a bad timing for the SK. Still wanting to keep my eyes on Luo, because Luo, like, where's the fissure blocking? Where's the farm on top lane? You lost your tier 1 tower, but still there's very little time being spent up here. And he's still only level 5. Like, as far as net worth goes, the SK is the core now for IG, not the Earthshaker.
Yeah, I would have liked them to see them at least leash a little bit more off that lane. They, like, actually didn't get anything from that. Maybe half of one level, I would say, for Earthshaker before the tower fell, but Ember is, like, way ahead of the Gyrocopter because Luo can't do anything in that lane. He's 1,000 ahead.
You'd almost think, like, in the break, it was like, please just stop feeding supports, but then what they're doing right now is still feeding creep waves, it's just not feeding heroes instead.
Yeah, I think I like it a lot more when Luo plays like a meat shield in front. I remember him a lot for his Spear Breaker play back when Burning was on IG, and I thought they had a lot of success with that because he would just run in and die so that everyone else could do damage. But when he's forced to play this like super passive situation where he doesn't take any damage, it seems like they just lose so much of the map control because no one out there is doing anything except for farming.
Ferrari went missing for the mid lane. Vega already understand what's going on. Pasha's into the trees, Seema's into the trees, and they're both behind the tier 1 towers. Even Sol is in a very defensive position in that mid lane, realizing that Dazzle is the one who pushed into that mid lane. Even Dazzle actually has, well, he's at a higher level than the Earthshaker because Luo now starts his farming. But it was Ferrari as well as Chorn that were going for this.
The AO looks like it's going to scout at least one hero.
It's just Luo. He's sitting right on top of the Dire Observer Ward anyway. But all IG are hoping for is a Blink Burrow Strike into Laguna and Epicenter, and they end up killing off, like, Ember without, like, as long as he doesn't have a defensive spirit up, they should be able to find that.
Yeah, he has his Flame Guard up now, so he's kind of wary as to where they're going to move. Ferrari gets a Haste Rune. And DD, I thought he might have making a move on that, but he doesn't have Vision uphill. Doesn't want to feed a free kill to Queen of Pain. So now we see every single ultimate up. Silencer and AA both level 6 at this point, and looks like bottom is the point of contest.
That's a lot of heavy TP, so Chorn's going to come down here with King J. They're expecting a fight to happen, but then that Ice Blast, Chorn, the global silent starts there, Ice Blast hits on 3! Queen of Pain will take a triple kill, the Sonic Wave did the work, the Ancient Apparition time was perfect too, Ferrari will arrive, but they're still getting cursed up, the Raw's already done its work, and no one can blink himself away to safety. Ferrari has a Laguna Blade, really wants that kill on the Queen of Pain, with Lion Strike Array connecting Laguna Blade, the damage is going to be enough. Ferrari will get revenge. The Haste Rune allowing him to keep up as well with Queen of Pain. But that combo from Vega destroying what IG were trying to prepare.
Yeah, we already see how useless they are against Global Silence, and they might have to change their game plans because Vega's just going to try to kill Gyro or Lina, a very important hero every Global Silence, and IG has to do something about that or their cores are just going to be heavily underfarmed compared to the Ember Spirit and the Queen of Pain, who generally shouldn't die in the fights. And I don't know, there really isn't that much counterplay to the Global Silence right now. Ideally, you have Gyro BKB, but he is pretty underfarmed at the moment. And Lina doesn't have a Yules, so you can't really bait it out. You need something going around the map so that he has to not be able to use that perfect setup every time.
Pasha was looking for initiation on the bottom, TPing onto the back of these Beastmaster Hawks. But with the Ice Blast not connecting on Ferrari or Luo, Pasha decides not to jump in for the kills.
Yeah, but, I mean, IG's in a really bad place right now. Like, that was them defending their T1, knowing that a gank was coming, and they still just immediately lose 3 heroes. So imagine if they're, like, actually pushing a tower, there's no way they can win that fight. So now they have to kind of move around in packs of 2 or 3, ideally with thinking Blink and just pick people off with Laguna, but Vega are... you know, they're wary.
They've been trying this for the past, like, 3-4 minutes, trying to move around with Chuan. Find these pickups. Now, the smoke, luckily for IG, doesn't break. Seema made us a little bit of an inch forward, and they blink Burrow Strike in on the Queen of Pain, but the Ice Blast is starting, and you do an extra silence, the Queen of Pain will die here, but Chuan straight after. Pasha, a little bit too late, doesn't get that steering chain off.
King J with a double tap Shallow Grave, and that's one of the downsides of having to get Poison Touch. You don't have enough range on Graven. He wasn't close enough to save Chuan and feeding some intelligence.
Mag's had to pick up another solo kill. This time it's going to be on the Earthshaker on the bottom lane. I say another one, as I just have his solo kills from the previous map in the back of my mind.
I mean, he already has Necro 1. He's doing very, very well as an offlaner, and you know, if you consider his net worth right now, Necro plus 750, that's almost a Blink Dagger, and Earthshaker is not that close to his.
Where are these BTs are coming off cooldown 3 seconds time. The Ice Blast, it'll connect on Rabbit as well, and they're pushing the Hawk into a better position. So this BT, yep, here it comes. The Solo's already got the kill. There's more support coming in for Invictus Gaming, as the Silencer will also die. So a Silencer for a Gyrocopter is the trade-off.
Vision, though. He has to blink blindly all the time in order to kill people, whereas Vega, they have the Remnant for slight vision, they have the Icy Vortex, as well as the Hawk. So they can choose to fight when they want to, and just leave when they want to, and IG's like, where do you guys go? We can't exactly blink in blindly.
I think that's the third rotation as well, seen from Ferrari, which hasn't come up with a kill. Yes, he hasn't died, and it is 2-0-2 as far as the KDA goes, but Ferrari's rotations have been nowhere near as successful. It's just Vega's basic gank. Now with Nice Blast connecting on both Chuan as well as Ferrari, like at least he can bottle up the regeneration rune. But Solo's getting space on the top lane. He's almost finished up. Well, he's actually on his way to a mech. He just sees the recipe and he's got himself a mech.
Yeah, they're doing really well about just not fighting IG when IG wants to fight them. And then just getting a quick kill, backing out, getting a quick kill, backing out. And then now that Global's up, they're much more willing to take a big team fight once IG groups up.
So can IG even do that? Like, they keep moving around these packs of 2 or 3 to try and find kills.
If they find Silencer, but Silencer's almost always in the fog. He's just chilling and just waiting for a great global opportunity.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good point to actually flag too. The fact that Seema is always waiting at the back lines.
Yeah, as long as his position is good, Vega should not lose a team fight.
Yeah, because when the global pops, IG have no combo. Even if they do start with a Blink Burrow, you just pop the global, and then there's no Light Strike Array follow-up. Ferrari could buy time now because he does have the Yule Scepter.
This is a big fight. This is going to be, what, a 3v4 it looks like?
Looks to be the case. Ember Spirit just jumps down. He actually tries to just do this with better odds. The Yule Scepter will go on the Ember Spirit, but Global Silence committed. They really want to ensure this kill over on Ferrari. The top tower is being brought down by Rabbit. He wants to finish the job, and Vega won't allow this. No one actually very aggressively blinks up, allowing Lua to keep this control going into the epicenter. No one's going to drop, and Solid didn't really have a lot of control. The cooldown will also connect, but Mag will arrive with his neck ringness. They just burn out Rabbit. Lua at least has some level of control with the Echo Slam and the Fall Burrow Strike coming in from Chuan, but we still have the advantage going the way of Vega. A double kill for Pasha. They go for more with that cold feed on King Chain Vortex. They slow him down, keep that damage ticking in, as Seema now is on 6 intelligence. It's about to become 8. There's no way for Chuan to escape from this one. A triple kill arriving in for the Ember Spirit. Now he's 4 for 0 on that Ember Spirit, and Vega, not just a lead, a commanding lead coming their way.
Yeah, you can see where IG's game plan is. It's like, oh, okay, you guys want to go on somebody, we'll counter with Epi, and we might lose 1, but we'll get 3 in return. But with Global Silence, that is just not possible. They know that if they go on an important target like Gyro or Lina, it's worth committing to Global just to ensure that you get that 1 kill. Because on top of that, they won't be able to get the return damage off the call down, the Laguna Blade, and everyone's going to be alive and healthy. So you're just playing a 5v4 without Global Silence. And that's completely worth it to them.
And this is now a position where IG just really have to batten down the hatches, because Vega, they have all the control during the fight. They have to find something that will get them back into this game. Ferrari missing last hit in the tower is not really going to help him.
Yeah, but it's all about finding kills in between the globals, and it's only 40 seconds left. Can they even make a kill?
Can they even find kills in the middle of the globals? Because you've still got Raw, you've got level 2 Necro books now to deal with. Ice Blast is being thrown out so consistently and finding IG consistently.
But they have to do it. If they don't, they're just going to incur 3 to 4 casualties every time global's up, as well as losing intelligence.
True. Unless you go for a different objective, maybe just look then towards the map objectives. Take out these tier 1 towers instead.
I mean, pushing into AA ult, like if you get like 2 or 3 people hit with AA ult and then a blink quap scream, and then Ember goes in, everyone's gonna die.
Interesting move from IG. They run up on the high ground, which is away from the vision of the Vega Dire Observer Ward, and then they 3-man smoke.
That's their last smoke.
Yep. This has to pay off. This really has to pay off. A blink barrow down, but look at Silencer. He's sitting in the tree line. They're going to walk straight past him. The smoke's going to break, and now they see him. There's no global silence. Again with a double ice ray. It's going to do the work. Still huge damage from the Sonic Wave, but they've only killed off the Silencer. The Ice Blast is on the way in, and Luo and Ferrari do not want to be caught in this one with a scream as well from no one. You can burrow strike all you want, Chuan, but Pasha keeps the Syrian chains up. They lose 3. Silencer might have died. It was the perfect initiation for IG, but they just can't find the follow-up. The Raw keeps Rabbit out, and now the level 2 Necro's going to work. Shallow Grave, he's actually, well, where's the burn on the mana from King J? Not going to be there. Rabbit's so low, he'll actually be picked up. Now as King J, he can Shallow Grave himself, but this will be a full team wipe. Silencer lost, but everything from IG coming directly after into the hands of Vega. What? Can Vega do any wrong in this game? It doesn't look like it.
Yeah, they found the Silencer. I mean, Silencer was in a good position. He just kind of peeped out at the wrong time, and even without Global, they still get obliterated because all of their smokings have failed prior to that. Even that one was a failure.
And Vega look like they have just got themselves the easiest victory ever. 16-6, the mech is completed, the Battle Fury's up on Pasha, no one has himself a full Orchid, the level 3 Necro book is again up at the 20-minute mark here for Mag.
The BKB was useless on Gyrocopter. He still gets owned by like Ice Blast plus Quappled or even like Mag Roar into a Boar, so there's no items that are going to save them at this point in the game.
How much did that Dazzle do want to Shallow Grave him? He just sat, it's like, I can't do anything for you, man.
I like how they're playing around IG though. It's clear that they just dodge the smokings and then make plays whenever Global is up, then they'll be able to win the fights. And that's what they were doing for the first 15 minutes. And now that they played the first 15 minutes perfectly, they can transition into this phase like, okay, well, if we don't have Global, whatever, we're strong enough to fight with that. We have Aegis, we have Orchid, we have Battle Fury, we're fine. Still, they do have the big combo potential once perhaps Luo gets his Blink Dagger. He can maybe lock 1 or 2 heroes down along with the Silencer so that they can combo after the Global, but that's pending Beastmaster Hawk not being there. And
it's also pending the fact of Luo having space to do such a thing, because he's not finding anywhere he can farm. And because he missed out on so much in the early stage of the game, okay, Spirit Jump in, Ice Blast. That just looks too easy. In fact, the Ice Blast already chilled on Rabbit too, so there's no regeneration. He'll trigger around that BKB, but the Roar from Mag keeps the control up. The pure damage of the Sonic Wave will also connect, and they Orchid on Ferrari. He can't do anything. There's a Fire Fist to a double Searing Chain Vega. They're walking all over the Chinese right now, and Chuan, you might epicenter, but there's still no effect on Vega. 21-6, Invictus Gaming. They're being slaughtered right now by Vega.
they can't farm anywhere. They are being slaughtered.
There's just no safe place. Like, you had yourself a huge stack, and then the Spirit jumps down, an Ice Blast from Solo.
Yeah, all
there's
their
nothing
options.
more to speak of. Like, you want to jump in for a quick kill, but IG, they find themselves getting picked off, and they come in one by one to try and help out their teammates and just keep falling one by one.
You can't farm out Solo because you'll get roared, or just run down by Ember Spirit. You can't farm BKBs because of, again, Beastmaster, and it looks more and more like the Beastmaster was the right ban rather than the Bounty Hunter.
Yep. That's really going to be a ban that will haunt IG a little bit. And they knew it. Like, it's not as though it's this thing where you say, well, did you do your homework on the games? Like, it was game 2. It's fresh in the mind. But they still let it happen, and now because Mag's getting momentum, not only does he have himself this level 3 Necro book, he's very close to the money to pick up the Blink Dagger as well. So then Vega have Jump Initiation, which doesn't rely on good position spirits like what Pasha did have during that last fight, or successful Ice Blast to be able to connect from range. This also doesn't exist.
What's impressed me a lot from both of these teams, though, is the ability to kind of scout out where the smoke inks are without actually like having vision of the smoke. They're very good about like knowing where the supports are, whether or not they're like sitting behind heroes, making a move for one of their cores, whether they're trying to farm a Blink Dagger, and like Solo when he throws his A ulti out, it's often like not without that much vision, and then he still hits heroes, and he also uses it to scout behind potential targets. Like if they're going gyro, he'll have it clip one of the edges, and then he'll scout out behind him to see if there's a Dazzle or a Sand King or an Earthshaker sitting behind him, and oftentimes he's correct.
I love this from Vega. They look like they're falling back, they smoke up so they can come back in again. They really want to keep this advantage going. However, the Ice Blast actually will connect on Chuan, so he'll end up shattering out now. How are these Necro books looking? Okay, they're ready to go. Level 3 Necro units, the creep wave's coming in, and you've got no SK. The Epicenter will come off cooldown, but they're not going to risk it. Instead, it's a BT onto the catapult, so Ember Spirit can jump forward. He'll see Luo as well, but his main target is that gyrocopter. The guard, where is it? Actually burns the Aegis Immortal, but it's worth it if they find Rabbit anyway. And he'll BKB and TP out, so not as worth it to burn that Aegis. It's a small consolation prize, however, for IG.
Yeah, he doesn't have a Remnant out on bottom, so they can't actually make a counterplay on the bottom lane. But they're getting a little bit more space, and Luo is closing in on that Blink Dagger, so kind of same situation as game 2. Kind of wait for Vega to make a blunder, try and hold with your superior high ground defense, but they're gonna just keep giving away farm on all sides of the map.
This time it's a little bit different from the other game, though. Like, you get a Shadow Blade now up for Ferrari. He's actually got ways where he can get solo kills.
I mean, we thought that with the Alchemist, too.
Well, I didn't fully believe it for the Alchemist. I believe it a lot more for Alina. What's Alchemist? So I can walk out there and concoct.
Yeah, I think he might not have time to use the Yules, though. If he approaches with the Shadow Blade, he's probably going to have to, like, right-click stun Dragon Slave Laguna before Silencer is going to react. But, I mean, these players are sitting right next to each other. Once someone is Yules'd up, Global comes out, and then there goes that. And then eventually they'll get a gem on Beastmaster if they haven't already.
For now, they just got the Blink Dagger, but he's not far off. You've got your Necro books anyway, so you've already got your detection.
Yeah, I still need a gem for the Lina.
So you have to burn your Necro units. Ferrari looks like he's using the Rune as bait. The Ice Blast is flying over, goes right at the top of Chorn. It's only coming for the creep wave, which also, hilarious enough, not only hits Rabbit, but chills up Chorn. But Ferrari now has himself a DD Rune. He really just wants to find himself for pickoff, but Vega aren't giving him an inch. In fact, Vega may take something back. Mag is looking for these solo pickoffs. He knows he can do it.
And Vega's not taking any chances of letting this chance at the grand final slip up. They have BKB on Ember Spirit, which sometimes you'll see as like a 4th item perhaps, but he's getting a little bit early knowing that if he just is able to pop his BKB, there's no way they can win the fight. Yep. With in between Global Silence and BKB, he should feel very, very safe. And on top of that,
what's even going to stop him? Like, you blink Borrow Strike is the only thing, or blink Echo Slam.
Yeah, and then if you just counter it with Global, there's no damage that comes out, you pop BKB, you turn on them, and you win the fight from there. So he's kind of showing up that only risk that they have, and he's going to have so many fail-safes with Global, and eventually an Aegis.
This Ice Blast from a solo actually reminds me of how Ferrari used to play his Ancient Apparition. Back when AA could be run as a mid-solo, there was a couple of his games where, like, Ferrari would always connect. Like, there was never an Ice Blast he would throw out which would miss. And right now, solo has been such a nuisance, especially this bottom lane, because IG are just in very obvious positions for defense. They get hit by the Ice Blast. It's already up at level 2. They should be very happy that solo doesn't have an Aghanim Scepter, or else their supports could actually be in a bit of jeopardy. Like, or having to use Shallow Grave without anyone being anywhere near you.
I like his build, though. Usually you'll see, like, Brown Boots into Midas Scepter or just Scepter, but this time he went for a lot more sustain so that he can keep his team alive and take down towers after they win a team fight. Like, people are just going to shatter in, a couple of seconds. They don't need the full duration of the Frostbite debuff.
I think this crowd's having more entertainment watching Ice Blast right now. But at least Tajara could take himself a stack for once in his life.
Can he?
Well, well, okay. Yeah, no, he can't, because that Rock Golem only got half his life taken away, and then he got completely scared off and ran away. So, no, he can't. You're actually right, man. There's no way he can do it. They keep wasting so much time. Like, the graph is now swinging a long way down with 15,000 net worth in favor of Vega. 17.5k on the experience, and
20,000, Toby. On experience.
On experience.
Yeah, this is...
You're getting there, man. But now, Mag, there's that jump, can't get the roar on King J. Now he can. He actually came in range of the Observer Ward. The Ice Blast will chill him up, but look at the Necro units! He's being destroyed by non-heroes until the Axis from Mag will finish the job.
Baited out Global. Maybe they can jump. They have the Blink Dagger on Earthshaker and the Blink Dagger on Sand King, and no AA Ice Blast. I say this is probably the best chance that they're going to get for a fight. But Vega has to clump up, I would say, at least 2 of them for this to work out, and they have to not be under the eyes of the Hawk. So.
And they have to wait the time for the TPs to happen.
But they don't have Aegis. This is actually, I think, the best opportunity that they're going to get.
Come back, there's your Fisher, BK from Rabbit, very early popped, and Vega, they see it, they pull back, they have no Global Silence. Might be expecting a little bit more of a rebuttal here from IG, but they're just not in position. Ferrari was too too heavily pushing out the top lane. It took too long for both Ferrari and Sean to come back.
Yeah, I think they just have to go and at least get 2 kills. Like, the net worth is just so... The net worth gap is so tremendous right now that, like, any sort of kill is gonna be very favorable to them.
Luo, again. Ice Blast will connect. And no regeneration, plus the tick down. I'm still waiting for Sol to pick up more. Seema, hello top lane. Starts the curse. There is no global silence, and this could actually be the first time they find themselves a kill in a very long time, but no! Glimmer Cape, they couldn't keep seeing him. The Sentry Ward, he ran out of range of it. Now, Pasha jumping forward. They go for the cooldown. He's going to hit the deck, but then again, Sleight of Fist dodges almost all the rockets. The BKB charges while Chuan comes in, but there's no reason to stun. The BKB protection is there, and Ember Spirit, with that, allows him just to be so aggressive.
Uh-oh.
It's coming. It doesn't hit on anybody. Ferrari will end up dodging it. Oh my.
Solo's a funny guy.
I suppose if you are going to come from downtown, we're in the right position. We're in Madison Square Garden for it. Can you dunk an Ice Blast? And so, Vega, they know they're in control. IG, but they're trying. They're at least trying to come out and find these pickoffs, but Vega... The heroes they do find a Vega are just too farmed. They can't finish the job. Oh, hello! Mag jumps forward. He finds Chuan with this Roar. And Pasha very quickly there. The Ice Blast coming as well. Luo's going to connect it on this one because he turned around. The Sonic Wave will connect. And the Shallow Grave will be the only thing that will protect him. He will shatter if the Shallow Grave won't last long enough. In fact, he's going to shatter anyway. Just trying to walk back in there. No one blinks away as Rabbit proves that he can do some damage. But with the greens being targeted, Rabbit can also prove that he can die right underneath Vega. The scream from the Queen of Pain will do the work, and King J and Ferrari, you see them, they're bumping heads. They don't know, like, what do we do? We just called GG. That's all we can really do, because Vega have walked over you so many times now. King J will try and survive, but he will try in vain. Vega have this game so firmly in their grasp. It would take a massive screw-up from Vega to lose this.
And no one has been really dominant on the co-op, though. I think I'm trying to think about if I'm in Secret shoes, like what heroes do I want to actually ban out versus Vega? What favorable matchup is there against Queen of Pain now that Lina has been decently nerfed? And Vega actually countered the aggression from the Lina, I would say, pretty well. Co-op is underhanded in that matchup. It just took like one last word, it looked like, to kind of win the lane.
From Chuan, trying to go on Pasha with the Echo Slam as well. Ember Spirit, he actually survives through it all. You just threw out everything you had to kill off the Ember. It was all unsuccessful, and now Ferrari, blink forward, there it is, GG! Vega will go through into the grand final, face up against Team Secret, not only commandingly, but they basically owned this game against IG.
I guess one good thing for IG is that they didn't have like super high hopes going into this. They kind of deemed it a learning experience from them, so they won't walk away too disappointed. Hopefully looking forward to the upcoming majors.
It is so great to see Vega come in. They've been playing so